ध्यान से सुनो, सक्सेस इज नॉट फॉर द चोजन फ्यू, but for the few who choose it. Netflix's co-founders seem to live by this quote. 25 years ago, on 14th April, Marc, Randolph and Reed Hastings chose success when they officially launched Netflix. How did they choose this success? How did they get the perfect idea? And most importantly, what were the hurdles in their road to success? Sit back and grab a tub of popcorn as we dive deep into the origin story of Netflix. There is a popular version and then there is a real version. We'll talk about both. Most of us have heard the popular version of Netflix's origin story. The version where in 1997, Netflix के co-founder Reed Hastings was charged a $40 fee by Blockbuster for returning the movie Apollo 13 late. And that is what triggered him to start Netflix. This version actually turns out to be just a marketing story that sells. The real story is a bit more complicated with a lot more ups and downs, a lot more masala. नमक शमक डाल देते हैं. Decode करिए इस वीडियो में. Watch it till the end. Hastings and Randolph always had an entrepreneurial spirit. They wanted to build something on the internet. They just couldn't decide what. Yes, some founders just have the itch to build something and change the world. They figure out what and how as they go along. Now comes the real version. For any origin story, the story of how the founders meet is super interesting. In 1996, Marc Randolph's company, Integrity QA, was acquired by Pure Atria. Reed Hastings was the CEO of Pure Atria. Pure Atria was in the process of also getting merged with another company, so that two entrepreneurs would soon have a lot of free time. As they carpooled to work together every day, Randolph would pitch all sorts of ideas to Hastings, from customized dog food to personalized shampoo to even customized baseball bats. Hastings' reply, ये तो नहीं चलेगा. One of their better ideas was to deliver VHS tapes. People would get movies directly at home instead of going out to rent them. Comment below if you've ever seen a VHS tape in your life. The only problem? Delivering these VHS tapes would be very expensive. Little did they know that this was soon to change. Yes, a miracle happened. The world invented DVDs. You see, DVDs were much lighter than tapes, so sending them would be super cheap. Hastings was instantly sold on this idea. And that was it. After 100 brainstorming sessions, Netflix was born. Netflix's journey has been full of challenges from day one. The website was launched on April 14, 1998 at 8 a.m. with a library of 900 titles. Within 15 minutes, the website crashed. Yes, people were rushing to buy DVDs at 8:15 a.m. Clearly a blockbuster start. By the end of the day, they got more than 200 orders. The initial traction was good, but alas, it lasted only for 1 year. After a year of operations, Hastings and Randolph hadn't still figured out one very important aspect. While DVD sales were good, they were losing money on rentals. Now during this time, Amazon was also parallelly looking to get into the DVD business. And Amazon saw an opportunity to save the sinking ship of Netflix. It offered to acquire Netflix for $15 million. Now, Netflix had two paths to walk. It would either sell out for a fair price, or it would compete against the giant that Amazon was. It chose the path less traveled. The founders chose to stand strong with their heads held high, not giving up on their dream. Little did they know, the troubles were just beginning. The world soon witnessed the dot-com bubble and the crash thereafter in 2000. It led to a funding winter. This can be a whole another video topic in itself. It only saw one way out, a strategic sellout. So who did they approach? Blockbuster, their biggest competitor. Netflix wanted to run the online business for Blockbuster, while Blockbuster would continue with offline stores. To finalize this deal, Netflix and Blockbuster set up a meeting. Now the meeting was going great until Netflix demanded a whopping $50 million for this deal. Yes, $50 million. 50. What next? Hastings and Randolph were laughed out of the room. Again. But, this was the last time anyone laughed at Netflix. Luck favored the two brave souls. In 2001, out of nowhere, DVD players became a very popular Christmas gift. More and more people started buying DVD subscriptions. As a result, Netflix's business boomed. By 2002, it had 6 lakh subscribers. That year, it also doubled its revenue from $75 million to $152 million. And its crowning glory, it ran Blockbuster out of business by 2010. What I love about Netflix is that complacency is not in their DNA. They keep innovating, and they would rather disrupt themselves than get disrupted by someone else. I also love the culture that they've built. I've added a link in the descriptions where you'll be able to see their entire cultural documents, the 150-page read. Now Netflix saw another trend coming in. Netflix saw that customers were shifting to direct online consumption, so it geared up. It only made sense now to launch its online streaming service in 2007. And that's how OTT was born. Today, as I record this video, Netflix is a $214 billion company with over 247 million subscribers. Absolute massive scale. Netflix is one of those rare startups in the world that was born out of pure passion, a passion to change the world. And in doing so, it changed the way we consume content forever. Netflix's story is full of lessons, not just for entrepreneurship, but for life. Here are my 3 key takeaways from Netflix ka story. Your first idea may not be the best idea. You may have to dig and dig until you strike gold, but you have to keep digging. Next, there will be people around who mock you. There will always be people telling you, this will never work, that will never work. That's what people do, but you have to keep calm and back yourself up. And lastly, the only way to stay at the top in this fast-paced world is to embrace change. Netflix embraced the changing behavior of its users and tweaked its offerings. Blockbuster failed to do so. Today, Blockbuster has just one small store. And ironically, Netflix has a show about it. Oh, and yes, one more. Always keep an open mind. Embrace new experiences in life. Who knows, your next carpool may give you your $1 million startup idea. Maza aayega na? Chalo. What are the lessons that you learned from Netflix's story? Comments में बताओ. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe ताकि हम बढ़ते रहें और हमारी कहानी आगे बढ़ती रहे. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. Bye bye.